Hello everybody, welcome back to another endless custom video. Today I'm going to be reviewing my 1/12 scale Mezco style custom Mortal Kombat figure Kabal. Now this figure, actually I was going to originally use the ant body just because I had 5 I believe or 4 of them. But then I started making my G.I. Joe customs off of another body, and I was able to swap one of the bodies that it came with, this like spec ops or special ops figures that I got almost all these gears from. And then I ended up using that body just because I wanted him to not be as muscular as, you know, my favorite blank body base figure. So I didn't want him to be like super muscular like this. You know, I kind of wanted him to be kind of skinny and sick almost, just because Kabal has a illness and all that stuff. So I wanted to kind of implement that. So I was like, you know what, this body is pretty nice. It's slim, it's not too slim, and it has great articulation. So I went ahead and swapped that body, and then I was able to use these biker pants from where are they from? They were from, man, I cannot think. They were from, I think it was like a Pink Skull like clothes lot that I got. So I think these are from the Pink Skulls. So the pants fit really well. Like, it doesn't hinder a lot of it. The only thing that hinders it is this plastic piece from the McFarlane figure that I use. But I mean, he can still kick 90 degrees, double jointed knees. You know, he can still do the splits pretty good. He has a good ab crunch here, even with all this stuff that I have to fix. A double jointed elbows, and then the pegs that are on the figure fit some of my fodder lot. So I gave him like these like combat Batman, I think they're the Batman the armor Batman set that I had some extra ones. So I just really like the way it looks. You know, it's a gloved hand and then has like these knuckles on it, so it kind of gives it towards like the punk look that I was looking for. So I was like, you know what, I think it came out really well. The head is on oh, this is a perfect example of the super glue trick. So, or super glue, hot glue. So basically you fill in the hot glue, and while it's still like medium, like cooling, you want to put the peg in as far as you want it, and then once it sets, you just have to let it sit there. And with the hot glue, I have to hold the figure like this so that the glue doesn't pour down the neck peg. So then once it gets hardened, you just start moving it as much as you can, and then it's gonna create a little ball joint or whatever. So that's what the hot glue gun, and I think it works really well because it gives them a lot of articulation. I'm not gonna necessarily have him look up like this with that big gap, but if he's looking up at something, he's gonna be either running or something, like he's gonna have that posability. So I really like the posability that I have with that joint. And then he has the T-pose. Eventually I'm gonna change this into cloth. I just have to find the material. I haven't been hunting for it. I have some like extra clothing that or like scraps of like cloth that I've had like just came across, and I was like, you know what, I'll buy that just to start building my fodder for cloth goods. So I am gonna change this into cloth as well, and then do this wrapping as well. So, you know, I still have to update this figure, but for the most part, I mean, I think he's good. You know, he's good enough right now to be in my collection. So he is about 6.5 inches. So he's a little bit smaller than these figures. You can see here the height difference. So let me show you real quick. You can see here he's a little bit shorter, or just right on the mark. I mean, besides his hair. But with the boots, it gives him a little bit of height. So I think he still fits into that that good like 1/12 scale for some of the other figures, like the bare feet ones. You know, like they're still holding their own against a smaller body. So I really like the way it came out. You know, he has a lot of posability. And then I have the accessories too from the McFarlane Kabal. And then I also have some weapons that I've collected over the years of all my fodder hunting and everything like that. So I just don't have them accessible right now, but I wanted to show off the figure just because I like the way he came out. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of my Kabal figure. I think he really looks really well, especially like what people call it, like shelf presence. I think his shelf presence stands out. Like I really like the way that he looks. Like the body I think fits perfectly. The leathered pants and the boots give it that punk look. You know, I did give him a shirt and I was gonna burn it and cut it up, but once I put these on, I'm gonna probably add more detail to it. But I think it came out really well. So there's still things I have to do with this figure, but I wanted to showcase you know, my Mortal Kombat collection customs. So just let me know what you guys think of this Kabal. You know, a lot of it is being able to just find the look that you're looking for and then trying to apply it base by base. Like start with the boots or the pants or the base figure or what parts you're going to be using and things like that. So once that starts going, then you're like, okay, I'm excited. What do I have that can make this custom, you know? So if you get a bunch of these from 5K Toys, you're going to start customizing, believe it. Because, you know, once you get those bodies, you're going to see how awesome they are. And then you're going to want to, you know, start making customs, or you're going to want to do something with them. Or, you know, if there's a custom that you're like, man, I want to figure that a specific figure that the actual release is not good, or it's a very old figure and they haven't updated it, you know, try to take a shot and try to customize one, or you know, kit bash one or anything like that. So, you know, that's just an idea. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Kabal. Once I find his weapons, I'll start posting photos of him with it. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. I like the simple look, you know. It's enough for me to be like, okay, well, that's definitely good. Because I was gonna give him like weapons and like guns and stuff, or you know, like knife sheaths and stuff like that. But I'm like, you know what, I really like that plain look. It looks basic and it looks good enough for you to recognize a character like that, you know. So but yeah, so please continue to support, like, comment, subscribe, follow. That would be a huge help. My goal is 200 and we're probably about 72. So, you know, if we hit that milestone, you know, I want to do something. I haven't decided on what, but you know, I definitely want to do something to, you know, pay back for that support, because you know, I've really enjoyed the energy you guys given me from, you know, support and commenting and reaching out. You know, it's definitely brought a new way to enjoy these figures, you know, to be able to share with you guys and everything like that. And you know, who knows, it inspires someone, you know, that would be awesome. So yeah, just let me know. You know, I'll keep you in the loop on what I decide. You know, I do like Pokemon. You know, we can do like a booster something. I don't know. I'm thinking of something, but you know, it's just an idea that I wanted to throw out there, and then thank you guys for the support and the community that we're kind of building behind my channel. So please continue to support, like, follow. That would be a big help. And you know, thank you again. So I hope you guys enjoy this Kabal figure, and as always, keep it original.